This 3-plus-year-old podcast contains opinions, criticisms, and viewpoints that I could better explain now, don't agree with, or just don't possess anymore. I understand that these are not quality art. If I could do them again today, I would do them significantly better. I wanted to upload these here with that transparency. I cannot express how the other host feels about this. Welcome to EXP. Got my cherry Coke here. Well, do we want to do another rundown of the show, or do you think the last episode did?
No, they're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
If you don't get it by now.
All right, so there's Capriciola over there, and I'm Adurna Nagra, or that's Kalvin, and I'm Noah. Whatever. Things I do for dicks. So, what did you do? Wow, that was me snapping and clapping and just all of that. Yeah, a few weeks out of this, you'll get a little out of practice.
What about you?
So what happened? What's going on with you?
I'm sick.
I mean, what's been going on with you, Dick?
Oh my god, what hasn't been? Okay, let's see. I'm about to run down this, and no, I don't need any. Oh, I'm so sorry, because I hear it enough when I fucking say it. Okay? So, my mom was recently diagnosed with cancer in her uterus. And she had a hysterectomy this month. And basically, I'm the one that goes over there and takes care of everything. Like the garbage, the snow removal, the everything. And then, the next day, my dog tore her ACL, which I didn't even know was possible. But apparently it is. So not only have I been taking care of my mother, but I've also been taking care of my dog at the same time. And my dad's 100% lung disabled from military service, so he can't really do a lot. Like walking down 2 stairs is like if you ran 3 miles. It's just not possible. Oh my god, I almost swallowed that cough drop. I like
hear it like
I know.
Swishing around. I'm pretty sure the audience can hear that.
So that's really what's been taking up my time this entire month. And
yeah,
working.
So we went on kind of a hiatus because it was kind of hard to go around that. And
well, they didn't know that till now.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're gonna know once this is actually put out and whatever. So, recording, we missed Valentine's Day. How was your loneliness? Crippling?
Well, me and my aunt had a lovely fire night dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And, she left me. It hurt.
Sorry, that was my response. How about League?
Are you single?
Oh, yeah.
Hard to believe.
We just burped away from the mic, you know. It's better.
You couldn't have walked down the street so we could have just barely heard it? And I've also decided to quit League.
Badge of honor after my own art.
Well, listen, I was really good at the game. I mean, like, really good at the game. And then I was like, nah. But now I'm switching my attention to Overwatch, so...
Oh, I'm so interested and I want it.
I know. I'm buying the limited edition, too. I have it on pre-tour tour. What about you?
No, for that entire, 4-something weeks, I guess I did.
It wasn't 4 weeks, it was 3.5.
When we last checked.
It was 3.5. 3.5.
We missed 2 showings.
3.5
recordings. Alright. Me?
No, we still have this Sunday to catch up. Shut up.
Exceptionally lazy and open. I've been really planning budgets.
What, you're open?
You know, a golf tour.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. No.
You mean everybody at least tries to get their balls in your hole at least once?
You know it. I'm less of a golf course and more of a driving.
I'm more of a, I don't know, landfill than a golf course. I mean, you could throw anything in there and I'll take it.
Oh, man. Oh, God, you just... Fuck you. Alright.
My sassiness has been activated.
God damn it. Like I said, you don't die, you just get more sassy.
It's so true. I'm gonna live forever.
just like fucking sit there awake and alive at your fucking own casket. It's like we need to fucking kill him. We've got too sassy.
Oh, I see. So we went with daffodils instead of fucking roses. Am I not important enough? He needs to die.
Just fucking throw him in the ground. God damn it. No, spent my Valentine's Day alone. That was cool.
Are you sad?
No, I had work.
See, I'm so over this fucking Valentine's shit. I'm so over it.
Why?
Like, because why does everybody feel like it's a need? Like, oh, Valentine's Day. Oh, instead of being like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Like, when you're married to somebody, I don't understand why you still celebrate Valentine's Day when instead your anniversary should be your Valentine's Day.
That's entirely true, yeah.
I just don't, like, Valentine's Day should be only subjected to people who are in couples, not people who aspire to be, not people who are already married, because that it doesn't make sense to me.
Because there's nothing more romantic that you can get.
No.
There's a tipping point.
Nope.
While you're in a relationship,
No.
past, Valentine's Day.
No.
No, hold on, let me explain. When you get to that tipping point where you're like, oh, you're in a couple, and let's say one Valentine's Day it happens that you say, let's get engaged.
Which is stupid and cliche, but continue.
But I'm saying, as a hopeless romantic, I like that fucking notion, okay? But my point is that Valentine's Day should be a height next to getting engaged. Past that point, and after you get married, it's like, you're romantically together, contractually, till
Death do us part.
Or divorce, which should be an addendum to marriages, but short. Because it kind of destroyed the mysticism.
Yeah, but then you're not like... You know, like, when people are in a relationship and they're like, when are we gonna get married? No. Don't. Unless you are absolutely serious.
Don't fucking say that shit.
Right. Like, I mean, some people just say it to be funny, but that's not something, like, to me, I would be really annoyed by, because I'm like... That's like a serious thing. Like, to me, it's not just, yes, I love you, but there's many more things that I need to focus on. Are you goal-oriented? Do you know how to handle money?
Do you have a personality?
Right. Like,
are you not just riding my dick?
A lot of people are just like, oh, we've been together for like 3 years. Oh, we're so meant to be. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't think everything through. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, we've been together, that's the next step. No. Just because you've been dating somebody for 3 years.
There has to be like a conditional modifier. Like, you have to have survived so many variables in your entire time together.
Right. I mean, if you've gone 3 years and you really haven't found out if they're responsible, oriented, whatever, maybe you shouldn't have made it last 3 years.
It's a good test for your relationship. So let's say that you're working in an office building, both of you are, and these terrorists come up and they start holding the place hostage, and then you have this badass plan to go. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I think that'd be a pretty good taste of a relationship. Be like, okay, can she defend herself? If you have to save her right now.
Why?
Oh god, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm like saying that I don't know, just there has to be a lot of variables that you have to go through. Have you been through heartbreak? Have you been through fights? Have you been through depression, coaxing and helping each other? Yeah. Do you know how each other supports each other emotionally?
Has he been sick? Does he complain about bitching? Does he, there's just lots of...
Does he bitch too much about popular media and then you get pissed because you like pop culture?
Although all of these things can be surpassed if your dick fits in her butt, I'm just saying.
I mean, or if she lets you put it in her butt.
Yes. Anyway, so that's Valentine's Day.
Don't cry to me. You love me.
Get out.
That's Valentine's Day. Other than that, I pretty much was budget planning, planning new shows. I just released an update yesterday, actually explaining some delays and what I'm doing with the spare time that I have.
Yeah.
The addition maybe of other people to include into our projects so that we can actually further and expedite
we could
things.
Talk about that.
Well, that's the thing that I updated about, and I was like, I was being really vague because I wasn't for sure. But I thought
if you can get me, as long as somebody has a sewing machine, I'd be happy to do anything. I'm just saying in case it comes down to that.
I meant video projects, but
Oh,
sure.
okay, yeah.
I meant more projects in general,
Yeah,
but sure.
okay. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Johnny, what you been up to? Penis?
Mostly.
Penis?
Anyway.
Well, no, the magic word is penis, so that he can cut in, interject, and...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, if you want to use your Microsoft Sam and come in and say
Who's Sam? Are you cheating on me?
Microsoft Sam, or he can record it with his own microphone. I know, interesting, and then you can hear him.
That doesn't. It's not a picture.
But that means you'd have to listen to the podcast.
Still not. Nah, you could just send it to me on Facebook. Oh my God, yeah, we could talk about my other Facebook thing. There is.
God damn it. Hold on. Well, let's first hear from Johnny. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm fine, thank you. And it's not difficult to do this because I like doing this.
What?
What? Well, no, he's obviously going to cut it in and make me feel awkward as shit, right?
Yeah, I
Or
guess.
he's going to not respond.
Right,
every
he's just
time I
not
say
gonna do
penis.
anything, and we're just sitting here like.
I'm just sitting here saying penis a lot just because he's just like, I made him say penis.
I would.
Fucking Johnny.
He didn't even do anything, and you're giving him credit for that.
He probably would. You know he would because I said it too much and he's not going to be able to fill up the gaps.
God, I feel so bad. Like, is it easier for me not to adjust the volume so we're not red bar, or?
I think he can normalize it quite well. I mean, I don't think it's...
Well, I'm not gonna even fucking mess with it and then see which one he prefers to do.
This is getting pretty meta.
Meta.
What were you doing about Facebook?
Oh yeah, so I woke up one day and was like, I should check my Facebook. And I woke up and one Kalvin Morrison spelled the exact same way as me.
Oh God, I love this.
Well, I should probably cut out my last name so people don't hunt me down. But
Your name is generic.
my name is not so generic. Anyway, and then
Your name belongs to a 7-year-old Aryan boy, fucking Arab.
Hold on. We'll get into this. Okay. So, and then all of a sudden, there's 8 more. So now I have a group chat of just Kalvins. Just Kalvins alone. And they just fucking talk to each other constantly. So I wake up the next day and I've got like 47 messages of these people and I don't fucking know. So then I went through and scrolled through all the pictures and I was like, okay, I gotta see who these people are. So I've got really nerdy me. I've got...
I'm like graduation from with MIT.
Yeah, no, not MIT.
Oh, he graduated
NCIT.
NCIT.
North Carolina Institute of Technology. I've got an Aryan boy with blonde hair, blue eyes, ready to take over the Nazi regime. I've got a Arabian taxi driver from New York.
And divorced.
And
That's
divorced.
Like properly displayed on there.
And then we've got white trash redneck me.
I thought those were 2 different ones.
No, they're the same one.
Okay.
And then there's 2 more that they don't even give information unless you're friends with them. So that's why their pictures are blank. But those are the only ones I went through. And I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those things. So then I suggested that we should start a show with all of us and an adopted black child. So, yay!
I think the best part was that in the group chat, what I saw was that country white trash dude.
Oh, yeah.
Am I the best, Kalvin Morrison? The best.
And I was like, I just want to blow up your trailer.
And granted, that's giving him grammaric fucking correction.
Yeah, because he didn't even do that.
Yeah, he's just like, the best
No, he just put am.
am the best Kalvin Morrison.
Am the greatest.
Am the greatest.
And I'm just like, oh, you're going to be one of those. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep this group chat up, but it's there.
Why would you not?
Because they don't really talk to me, really. I don't really interact with them.
But you could talk to them, and you can all make these plans, have this big meetup of Kalvin Morrisons, and then you start this clone army.
Oh.
Except,
None of us look up the same? Perfect.
yeah.
Anyway,
See, but you're the pretty one. That's the good one.
Oh yeah, I am the prettiest one.
Like the fucking nerdy one, like,
Yeah.
horse.
I hope they never find this.
Oh, they probably will.
Cool. But
nerdy guy, fucking congrats on him for graduating. What was it like? It was like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
Congrats on this random dude that we've never actually met.
Yeah, he said, hi, how did it go? That's what he said to me when he met me.
Oh, well, I can see why you're in the computer science field.
Yeah, I can see. Anyway, so let's get into our...
Are you sure about that? You don't have anything else you want
Not that I know of, not that I can remember off the top of my penis.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Do you want to talk about the cosplay thing?
Yeah, dude. It's
Okay.
still us. It's still us personal news, and I think that's something interesting.
Okay, so recently I had decided that I wanted to... When I was back in high school, I used to do a lot of... not a lot of, but I did some sewing back in high school.
And I aced home ec. Okay, I didn't ace home ec. I intentionally failed home ec.
Why?
Because I didn't give a shit.
Why do you intentionally fail something?
That was one of the few classes I intentionally failed.
See...
Yeah, I intentionally failed up to a point, mainly because, like, everything in home ec was fine until we had to do a report on some type of syndrome, disease, affliction. And I was like, I'll take diabetes. And all I did was I did my best Wilford Brimley impression, and I went up there and was like, I have diabetes.
Did you
That's
really?
all I fucking said. And it was supposed to be a written and oral report in middle school, and I was like, okay, one, I don't care enough. If I get diabetes, I'll care. I'll care about my own health. I'm very self-focused in that very regard. I don't know. I didn't want to do it. Everything else, sewing, cooking, these are all great. I mean, granted, the recipes were really too simplistic to actually matter, but everything else in that fucking class is, I was like, oh man, I still have my pillow. I didn't finish it because I chose an advanced design, and I was like, I could do this, guys.
Dumbass.
Actually, no, there was like 3 parts still left.
Oh.
I sewed on all the buttons, I just didn't get the frame.
I could do that for you.
It was a flip phone pillow, and in it it's supposed to have, like, for the screen, a plastic case, which there had like a flimsy plastic thing, and then you put in a picture.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I finished
Too
most
bad
of
nobody
it.
uses a flip phone anymore.
Oh yeah, so now it looks extremely outdated and stupid. So yeah,
That was good. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, the only reason I passed my home ec was I like to sew, and I'm fat, and food is great. So
we made Kool-Aid.
did you really? We made frozen orange juice.
We made Kool-Aid and, like, I think it was fucking
Was your home
something
ec?
baking simple.
Was your home ec also like?
Required, yes.
No, ours was required, but they also taught us reproduction stuff too.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a sex ed class
yeah,
too?
that too. I couldn't think of the right word, but yeah, it was a sex ed class too. And I remember being
So
sick
when you
one
put
day.
the bread in the oven, be sure to bend over and take it in the ass.
And well, I remember I missed one day of class, and usually what we did, she would put the first day, the day I was sick, she put a penis, you know, like that anatomy, like side view. Well, and then we would have to. She would talk about it, and then she would fill it in on a what are those things? Transparency. And she would write them in, and then we'd write them down, and then we'd hand them in at the end of the day. Well, I missed one day. So I came in the next day, and there was just this big old, like, vagina on the wall. And I was like, this is going to be a day. And, yeah, like, I literally, like, it was the day that I was sick. Was the first day of the sex ed whole thing. So I came in the next day, and I was like, what is going on? And then my homework was to fill in the stupid anatomy thing. So I was sitting in a class and filling it in. And people would give me the strangest looks. I don't know.
Speaking of sex ed, I actually put in the...
oh yeah, penis was not for you, Johnny. I was just saying penis. Penis. There you go.
Nah, fuck it. I ain't doing more sex ed stories. He would go all day. It's just
Probably.
hilarious.
Anyway.
All right, movies or whatever.
Oh, well, we didn't really get it. Okay, so the whole sewing. Well, we stopped on home ec, but we didn't talk about the sewing thing. So the sewing thing is that I'm gonna make him a cosplay. There we go. Okay, all good.
I have cons coming up, so I'm gonna be hosting at the MagicCon or doing whatever, and other cons and other conventions like I usually do. So of course, I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be making a suit. Trying to get one made. That's a better wording.
I know.
Right, Calvin?
Yeah. I just had an idea that why don't I host a cosplay thing? Like a contest.
Because they have those at cons. Where they give away money prizes. If you get on the panel of judges.
Yeah. Wait, do they already have one?
Yeah. Every con has one because
I know,
there's money prizes.
Yeah. Okay.
And they usually get like a guest, a featured cosplayer, or like some designer. And then like those are the 3 good judges. Last year, I remember at MagicCon, I think it was MagicCon, yeah, because it was their first year here.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we're going to give the best costume to a little, like, I get it, it's cool, it's Ghostbusters, but, like, they gave it to a little kid just because a little kid had a costume, so it was adorable. And I'm like, come on, a little integrity.
Yeah, a lot of people go and, like, do all this shit. You can't just be like,
look, it's a kid. Give him more attention and more points towards the score because he's a kid. And I'm like, that, he didn't make that. He's like 5. Mm-hmm. If it's like some shitty homemade one, I'm like, judge's choice, but not first place.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd be sorely pissed.
Yeah. So I think that I'm gonna try and get into the con circuit with you, just as a cosplay type dealio.
Word.
Dog.
You want to get into our media?
Yes, let's get into it. So
Okay.
where should we start, me or you?
That's wonders. That depends. Which one do you think is going to have the worst retention out of all of it?
What do you mean, the worst reception?
Retention. Do you remember what happened in The Golden Child? Did you?
I remember most. The ending was the only thing I didn't remember. And we went
Okay.
over this, so.
All right, let's do Golden Child.
Okay. Do you want to do the quick rundown, or do you want me to do it?
That's up to you. Because you usually give it to me because, it's my thing that I gave to you.
Yeah, but then I did the same thing to you.
Okay,
So
do you
I'll
want me to do
explain.
it?
Yeah, you do it, and I'll explain yours to them.
That's good. That's a good system that we...
Yeah, that we just came... Yep, go.
Mm-hmm. The Golden Child is actually I think it was 1980...
It's a 1988.
86.
Damn it.
86 movie with the Eddie Murphy, and it is fucking prime when he was fucking milling out movies, which is fucking amazing for his career and amazing with what he did. And this was the era that he wasn't Donkey in Shrek, that was far removed from that. In fact, he was crude like his stand-up special and all whatever that shit.
Yeah.
Which was great. But this is a movie with him where it's I guess I would say thriller?
No.
It's fucking adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Comedic adventure. I call it adventure, whatever.
They're not really adventure, but yeah. It's a comedy. There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Sure. But like, he plays a guy who specifically goes after cases of lost and children and tries finding them. He's just that kind of guy, and he gets on TV, does whatever. He's very well known for it.
Well,
these fucking bad guys come in and take this fucking mythical, magical child from a Buddhist temple way out in Malaysia. And they get this guy, Eddie Murphy, in LA. Tibet. There you go. They get the guy, Eddie Murphy, in LA to go out to Tibet and try and find this golden child throughout the entire Earth.
right.
So the movie title.
Right. So, where do I begin with this? My impressions were...
It's good. Thanks for labeling our format.
My impressions were... Well, nobody had to know. I just said impressions. My feelings...
It's just like how
feel...
It's like a fifth grader stating a fucking like format of a paragraph. It's like, we want your essay. I want you to tell me what this made you feel, where were you, and how you were doing. This made me feel good. I was at home.
And it made me feel really horny.
And there you go.
My own home.
See, like, you just use the format of the word.
Shut up! Nobody has to know!
But they do now!
Well, now they know, you stupid ass motherfucker.
I love me.
If you ever fuck up on stage, you don't go, oh shit, I fucked up! You just go with it. You don't go, hey Tim, you fucked up that line. Like an asshole.
Oh, God.
You stole my crayons during third period. He screwed up, guys. He fucked it. He fucked it right now. I could.
Then I would.
My feelings when I first watched the movie. That wasn't impression.
Oh,
See, I didn't follow the format.
Okay, no, actually go on. We'll stop fucking dying.
My impressionable feelings.
Shut the fuck up.
When I don't know how I really felt about it. It was kind of it's
What the
not
fuck
like-
did you think it would be?
the way I don't know. I didn't really care for it, to be honest. The only reason why was when you watch it, they're like the first scene is when they're like, this kid is just sitting here. Well, not sitting. They bring him, but then he's sitting in the middle of the room, and they just bring in the shit. So I was like, oh, it's like that Avatar type of situation to see if he's the golden child, you know? Which, no, not the case. They were just giving him shit. Which, well, like, they kind of were, but they weren't. Because, like, first they're like, here's some necklaces. And then he's like, takes the one that's around his neck, and they're like, oh, okay. And so I was like, oh, okay, Avatar. And then they give him a hat. Just one hat that he just puts on his head. And you're like, so it's not. And then the third thing is they bring him birds. And then he brings one back to life.
A plate of dead birds, yeah.
Yes, I was like, what are they doing? Because none of this makes sense to me.
Because it not? Okay, like the necklaces, which one of these chosen necklaces that we all handcrafted would you like to wear? Oh, that's the chosen design. There you go.
Well,
the hat, they just want to give him a fucking hat.
I guess, but like
Just
that just... But instead of being like, which one was your hat? They were just like, here's your fucking hat.
They just made him a hat.
Like,
It's not like they're going to vary in design. Like, here's a top hat. Here's just in the clown
no, I
wig.
just mean like, I thought it was going to be like, they had to pick, you know, that one's the Dalai Lama type deal, you know? Like, here's 800 toys, pick the 3 that he liked. You know, that shit. Not the case. So anyway, then they get attacked, get taken away, he gets taken.
The hat was just a gift, but whatever.
I guess. Please don't bring me back to life like this bird. Here's an appeasement of this hat.
Cool, a hat.
Anyway, so then you find Eddie Murphy, and he is, as you said, an investigator that specializes in children cases. So he tries to find kidnapped children. And
Well, I mean, like impressions, yo.
my impressions about
you
Eddie
don't like
Murphy.
it, or like? Okay, how did you? Let's break it down. How did you like Eddie Murphy?
I did not like him in this movie.
Really? Why not? He's very bland.
Yeah, I found him very bland and very like you went for those jokes, if you can call them jokes.
I think he was very toned down. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck went on.
Like he wanted to go there, but you had that feeling that somebody was taking him back.
Like, I like that he was trying to be a funny man in a serious situation.
Yeah.
But he was like serious most of the movie, and then like only became funny
Towards like the end when they're in Tibet.
when he encountered the girl that propositioned him for the Tibet case.
Yeah. Yeah.
He like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm serious, and then he's playing basketball.
Now that
like,
you say
I'm
that,
a
yeah.
volunteer, and then she's like, I want you to go to Tibet. He's like, oh, you're a funny joke, man.
Okay. Yeah, I see that now. Yeah. I get that.
It's a problem that I have with it because he's just like, why
Not only
did you do
but
that?
then he's like a womanizer too. That was my other, like, you would think somebody was like, my cases mostly specifically take care of children, and he was very serious, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna fuck everything. And you're like,
Where?
oh.
When?
He does it to the Tibet girl,
Yeah.
which I didn't even get until,
He's just like, yo, you're an attractive lady. Wanna?
and then the lady behind the curtain.
I think womanizer is too strong. To be an
Okay,
accusatory term, because like
I don't
he's
think
just
so.
saying, you have a kicking figure. You wanna like go out, like that's literally like, I mean, not to go in just really big semantics, but he's just kind of like, hey, you look pretty attractive behind there. Do you want to go on a date?
Okay.
I mean, he's not like, yo, baby, you want some dick? You want some of this dick?
I didn't say
No, you won't.
I didn't say 2016 womanizer.
He's not like grabbing them by the shoulders like, fuck me.
That's 2000. Fuck me. I crave more meat. Anyway.
Yeah. Fucking rat person.
So Eddie Murphy as a character is kind of, what's the word I'm like?
I would
didn't
just say
really care
bland.
for him, but he wasn't very exciting either. You know?
Yeah.
And he was just kind of how I expected him to be.
Yeah.
Was, oh, I'm Eddie Murphy, tee-hee. And then he's going to get serious at a moment, and then he's going to throw a joke, and then he's going to get serious for a moment, and then he's going to throw a joke, which was the formula that they used, too. So
It's just weird. Mr. Miyagi's in there, too.
yes! Oh my god.
I don't actually...
What the
remember his name.
fuck?
That was good. That was good production.
Anyway, let's see. What the fuck?
Tibetan lady. I don't
remember her
actually
name.
remember her fucking name.
I don't either. She got on my nerves.
Key.
Thank you. She got on my nerves because she was like, at the beginning, he's like, hey, you're pretty, do you want to come? Because, like, she drops him off at his house, and he's like, do you want to come up? You know, you're a very pretty lady, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no. And she sleeps in the car, which I can understand. Respectable. And then
Eddie Murphy didn't be like,
no.
you're fucking coming inside. He was just like, you want to? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
He was doing it in a joking fashion. He was like, yo, baby, you want to come up?
You want to suck this dick?
I know you do.
And it looks like a baby's arm holding an apple.
I can't fucking do Eddie Murphy's laugh.
Does that? Yeah, he does that type of Cleveland like. Anyway,
What you know about Waffle Shrek?
okay, so which was cool, and then at the end, she's like,
Fuck me!
right at the end, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she kind of like
She like crumbles.
withers away.
Which I was like, is it the fact that he's the prophecy fulfilling
He's
dude?
the chosen one?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
what's
is that
the-
why? Like, I could just see their divorce, you know, she gets all his shit, including the stupid Ajante dagger. It's a whole thing, you know, the house. He's not getting the house.
Fucking the golden child. How do you feel about him as a character? He existed, right?
Well, I like it because he was kind of like, he was an asshole,
Yeah.
but the thing I don't understand is, like, he's supposed to, they keep trying to feed him something evil so that they can kill him. Well, and then he's eating these mint leaves, I think. I don't know what kind of leaves they are. I think they are mint
Plant
leaves.
leaves. Yeah, mint leaves.
And I'm like, oh, so you're not starving to death because you're eating a leaf. Is that what I'm to
Well,
understand?
it's supposed to be like kind of a monk and Buddhist way of life is that you're supposed to be able to sustain yourself.
On minimalistic, yes.
Yeah.
Which I could get, but I mean, it's Jay's.
Yeah, I love how you just gloss over that. Yeah, they're trying to make him see something evil, so they try to eat him make him make oatmeal with like fucking sacrificial blood in it. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they
Maggots and shit.
Did it have maggots in it? I don't think so. I'm gonna say, ugh. But, yeah, he was there. He was alive. The bird thing. You know, they were watching him with the bird.
Yeah, they're doing a bunch of things. It's
Who else is there? Curtain Lady, she was informative.
the Naga.
Yeah. She was informative. There you go.
Yeah, she's like, what's up?
Yeah.
Let me smoke my fancy ass cigarette.
Cigarette.
holder. James Wong is in there and he's like, Mr. Burton! He was there though!
I know.
When I recommended to you, I completely forgot that he was there and I was like, oh yeah, he's
I know. I picked it up immediately.
James Wong, he's like, Mr. Burton, welcome to China.
And then he's like, the one where they're like spinning the fucking cylinders, and he's like, we have come to ask for the Ajante dagger. Like everything they were doing was like sing-songy.
Let him ask. I want the knife. Like, that is one line that everybody fucking knows from this movie.
I want the knife. I love it.
That's your mask.
Again. I wish to have the knife.
Please.
Yeah, that was actually the best scene for me from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I mean, there wasn't really much for Eddie Murphy to shine through. He, like, literally was given nothing.
It's pretty bare bones on what you can do with some of these characters.
The thing is that, like, in this time, it was like Eddie Murphy was like one of those comedians that was like kind of breaking into the
serious movie business.
He was breaking into movies. He broke into serious movies, but he was also comedic at the same time.
Right.
His entrance actually invented the fucking buddy cop film.
Yeah.
And holy shit, he's done like comedic performances, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'm young and a young comedian. I'm gonna fucking do action sequences. So he did. It's some great ass shit.
There wasn't that many characters besides, her father, whatever. He was kind of annoying to me too.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't like him.
Oh, what about Devil Man?
Devil Man. He had that basic look of, I'm the bad guy. Oh, you mean the actual devil, or?
No, the bad guy.
Yeah. He just kind of looked, eh.
Yeah.
I love...
He's so, like, paper thin, but he's so, like, suave as shit.
Yeah, he's very... my favorite part is when, like, he summons to talk to the devil. He pulls...
falls down?
Yeah, the case. You ever notice when he pulls out the shit out of the case? It's a Louis Vuitton case.
Yeah.
And I was like... Is that where all their money went? Was that gigantic trunk that probably cost them $6,000?
I need a Louis Vuitton bag.
I was like, what the fuck? I noticed it immediately. I was like, that's a Louis Vuitton trunk. And then he just opens it and it's got one thing in it.
Fucking like, Jesus Christ, Calvin. Only you.
Right.
This is my Gucci glasses and my Gucci purse.
Shut up, John. Let's see. The ending,
it kind of droned on. It wasn't very climactic. It's just there. Everything you expected it to be. Eddie Murphy wins. He gets the girl, saves the golden child. I don't even think it's everything you expect it to be, because you expect it to be this fucking awesome ass shit. Oh yeah. But the weapon that's supposed to kill the dude is a dagger, and he's just like, oh no, I dropped it. Yep. Like, it's this flimsy fucking dagger. It's this fucking thing that's like maybe a foot or two long. Yeah. And then like... Not even. It's a foot. About a foot. Not for a hand. And then it's just like, that's it. And I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a dagger, but like... Son of a bitch. Everything else of this thing. I wanted you to actually watch this movie, not because I knew it was like good. I'll just know it was prevalent. Yeah. It's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. But achievements or criticisms. Wow, I'm reading the format too.
There was really...
Let's start with the good things.
I pretty much ran through all of my criticisms with it. Was that a lot of the times you just didn't care. You just didn't care. Like, the characters were so flat, and you could pretty much tell what was going to happen with each character, that it was kind of like...
The level with me for a second.
Whatever.
The movie seemed like empty.
Oh yeah.
Like, no matter, like, there were people, there was population, but it just felt like the movie was really empty. There was a lot of establishing shots or shots with almost nothing going on.
Right, yeah. It was pretty much just two people talking, or they were doing something, or, there was really nothing prevalent about any of the scenes. Nothing really stuck out to me as something that was necessary. Besides, the ending.
Since you've gone through all your criticisms, what do you think about it? Achievement?
There's really no achievements for it either. There was nothing out there that was not...
Like maybe one or two scenes, funny scenes.
Right. The only scenes that I liked were...
I like stop motion.
Oh, the one where the Pepsi can was my favorite. And really then the one where Eddie Murphy does the I want the knife. That's the other good scene, and that's it. That was the only two scenes I
like him
enjoyed.
On the Pillars.
Oh, okay, I take that back. The Pillars was also pretty good, because my entire...
It produced a comedic scene, and just comedic scenes in general.
Well, my entire
thing... It's in a room but go on.
Was, as I was watching it, I was like, Shaolin Showdown, Shaolin Showdown, Shaolin Showdown the entire time. And I was like, why doesn't he just drink the water? Or why doesn't he just put the water in his mouth? And then I was like, oh, okay. So the only reason, the way he could get the Ajanti dagger was to pour the water on it. Which made sense. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Which was fine. But I was still thinking, like, why didn't he just put it in his mouth? Then you wouldn't spill a drop. And you wouldn't have to hold the damn cup. Given, you know. But, whatever. Other than that, that's all
I love how you got Shaolin showing that. Just
I did.
Because it seems it's a bit of a stretch, just because it's like, oh
no, because
this is a Tibetan, you know.
Don't you remember the episode where they did that?
I do.
They did the bamboo poles, and they would have to jump to get. I think it was not the mantis flip coin, because I remember Jack had the mantis flip coin and Omi had the two-ton tunic.
Was it Tangled Web Comb?
Or was it the Tangled Web Comb?
I don't know.
I don't remember what
they keep like throughout the season. They keep swapping shit. Yeah. I'm like.
Well, anyway, that was one of them, and that's how Omi wins.
Are you sure it wasn't Are you sure it wasn't a shitty fucking Shengung Wu like the mosaic?
It was something. It was something. I don't remember.
The fucking transportation vehicles that suck ass.
But yeah, why would you need transportation vehicles if you have a flying dragon?
There's a armadillo that runs underground, a cheetah, a jaguar one that runs real fast, the flying one.
Yeah.
There's like another land one. I don't know. Fucking all of them are stupid.
Anyway,
series, but whatever. That's not what we're talking about. Verdict day. Did I put that on it?
Yeah.
I've had that on there.
I know. I'd give it about a 6 or a 7. It was nothing spectacular.
A 6 or a 7? Isn't that what you give the last one?
No.
You really think it's on par?
I gave the last one was like 7, 8. But a 6 or... Well, okay, maybe a 5 or a 6.
Okay, I was about to say. I was like, that's
a
C.
I didn't
that's
go
average.
So low. But it really... Nothing in this entire movie was great to me. Nothing. I liked the Pepsi can. Like, 2 scenes does not make a movie. And the only 2 scenes, the ones that actually had me interested, well, the 3, I guess, would be the 3 we just discussed. And that's it. That's all I really enjoyed out of the movie. The rest of it was a struggle to get through. I didn't really care. It was whatever.
Yeah, you didn't even give a shit. You like...
Right. I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say on it. It was not impressive. It was not entertaining.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But.
Well, that's good. All right.
That was just quick and sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty succinct.
When you don't like a movie so much, I guess.
Yeah, you're just like, it wasn't like the most horrid thing, but you just kind of like, it's.
I mean, it was nothing I'm gonna put on. I would recommend. Would I recommend it? No.
Would it run reruns on TV? Probably.
I'd show them those 3 scenes and be like, oh, that was nice.
that was an alright movie.
And even then, it would be like one of those awkward scenes where they're like, what the fuck was the point of
even when the girl's like t-shirt gets wet, I was just like, alright, that's the thing.
Yeah.
She's like, you see how light of a boobies. Alright, whatever. It's just like, it's so boring, like, it's just like,
right. Whatever.
Fuck it.
Alright, shall we move on to yours?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. You gave me Nurse Jackie, actually.
Which, I don't remember when it first came out, but...
2009.
2009? Wow, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a little bit earlier than that, but... Or later than that, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's about... Basically, the entire series is about an ER nurse who... Which I'm not really going to go too much into detail right now, because as we talk about it, it's going to become more prevalent, because that's kind of the whole mysticism of the first season anyway, is that she's a ER nurse, and she works at All Saints Hospital, and she just feels like she is doing the world's work. Like, she doesn't follow the rules, kind of.
And she's snarky.
Yeah, she's very, I don't care, I know what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah.
Get the fuck out of my face.
But the big thing is that she's also addicted to prescription drugs. So, of course, as a nurse, you have easy access to some of that stuff. You know, Vicodin, all that kind of stuff. So, let's get talking into it, because that'll bring more of what the show is about.
Alright. Well, the thing is with Nurse Jackie, obviously it's like, it's 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But really,
Season 1, yeah.
What really fucking surprised me that was fucking ridiculous was that, like, it's a half hour per episode.
Yep.
They don't try to drain it out like fucking hour-long shows tend to do. But they're like, yeah, half hour, there's your tension, there's your story, there's your fucking chapter.
They don't fuck around in a lot of
I was like, Jesus Christ, you just stuffed that chicken full of dick, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Like, it's so weird. It's like, I'm just like, I like sat there and after I finished it, I was like, is that really the first season? Okay, that's weird. I guess I just wanted to get that off my chest before they actually go more in depth in the story rather than opposed to your breakdown.
Right.
Which the entirety concept of the story is broken down in the pilot.
Right, yes. Very quickly, very...
Like, and that I think in that case, to me, I like stopped viewing it as like some type of world that I was trying to get into, if that makes any sense. I'll explain deeper detail. But like when I watched that first pilot episode, just to start off, it seemed like they were exactly presenting everything that it was to a board of representatives.
Yeah.
Like, the stinger at the end was so fucking, to me, formulaic as shit that I was like, I'm not actually surprised.
Well,
it's an interesting thing, but you're trying to hide it as this big fucking surprise, and I'm like, alright.
I did not expect it, really, because the main thing is that she doesn't talk about her life at work. Never does.
She takes off her ring, and she fucks the pharmacist. And she's also married and has kids.
Right.
And
so, like, when it was first done, you don't really pay attention. She's like, the first, you see her fuck the pharmacist, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, you're not supposed to do that. It's at work, blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? So you're like, okay, I didn't even cross my mind. I was like, maybe she has kids. So when she walked into this house, you see her kids, and I was like, oh, of course she's got kids. I was not expecting a husband, to be honest with you. I was just like, as she was walking, I'm like, there's going to be a husband. And then it clicked on the last couple seconds of the show.
I don't know.
Before they see the husband.
The husband seems pretty neato.
Well, like, the first season...
He's bland, but, you know, he seems neato.
The first season, there's not a lot with the family. I mean, there is, but there's not. The other seasons are so much better. Like, I felt like season 1 was not rushed, but, like... We're there to lay everything down to get that second season so that they can kind of... Because now, it's really getting in for me. Because I can continue watching it, of course. It's still one of my favorite things to watch right now.
I think one thing I should get off my chest is that... it's going to be in the back of my mind. It's going to bother me until I say it. The thing that really fucking surprised me is I actually have to double take it and check every single episode. There were episodes directed by Steve Buscemi and Paul Feig. I'm fucking blown away. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Steve Buscemi? Awesome. That's fucking cool. I love Steve Buscemi. This is fucking cool. And, like, the thing is like, there's not really a style I sensed in each episode that they did. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Paul Feig being in it, and I was like, sure, cool. This means he can do good work. Now, if he could stop making just mediocre comedies, I'd be fine.
Okay.
But that's my point. Story-wise, like everything you need to know is done in the pilot. The characters, they like are all introduced. I think yes, all of them introduced in the pilot.
Not really.
So
her husband and her kids are not.
They're
of course
there.
Yeah, you see them, but you don't really get that connection with them.
Yeah, okay, let's start off with Jackie.
Okay.
She's just kind of like this sassy fucking bark dog that, like, is really cool. Like, she's older. She starts off with the lines, like, what do you call a nurse with a bad back, unemployed? That's like the cold open. And I'm like, okay, it's pretty neat that you do that, whatever. Like, it's a pretty neat cold open. But it's not too bad. She just uses drugs and it's like... The thing is... I just assume nurses do that. Like, that's one of those things that they just do anyways.
What, take medication? Or just...
If you have access to it, I assume that there are going to be some nurses out there who do abuse the fact that they have access to medication.
Okay, so... I was a CNA for 2 years.
I was just going to use as an anecdotal reference. As a waiter... I've seen many waiters kind of do the same kind of shit. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go buy, grab some fucking croutons and eat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Should I have to pay for it? Probably. Is anyone gonna make a big deal of it? No, they're fucking croutons.
Right.
Am I gonna grab a little fucking ranch? Yeah, sure, whatever. You're gonna use that ability to get free food almost at where free work. You know, medication's a different beast,
when I was a CNA, there were. I mean, I never saw any like abuse like it is in the show because she as you go,
she thrives on it.
Oh yeah, it's like her entire life. And as you watch the series, you watch more and more ways that she's, because like there recently, there's recently where I was watching in one of the episodes, you see her counting how many she does. She does 5 a day. She does 5 Vicodin a day. A day. Like, that's pretty heavy.
I don't know the severity of that.
That's ridiculous. Like,
Vicodin, I don't know people's normal Vicodin intake, so you know.
Vicodin is very dangerous. It's very addictive.
But not the way House does it.
Right. But usually it is used for back pain, stuff like that. And you're only supposed to take it twice a day, if that. One every 12 hours. And she takes 5, which, cool, whatever. And when I was a CNA, of course, I worked with a nurse who had a bad back, and she would take 1 and she would be fine. Just 1, and she would be fine all day. All day. And she would work doubles and she'd be fine. So 5 a day is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's an addiction.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I don't know the severity of this because I'm not like sitting there like, yeah, sure, acetaminophen pill, you know, like fucking
honorable police. Okay, so what about Zoe?
Oh, I actually wasn't done with Jackie.
Oh, okay, go with.
Okay, so Jackie, I was just like sitting there and I'm like,
Jackie,
she's snarky and shit. And it's just like, I get it, but like she's so confusing at points. Like she just kissed Coop. It's fucking weird. Because I just sat there and I'm like, I get it, it's supposed to be confusing signals to him, but I'm seriously confused on what fucking motivation she has just to kiss him. Like, literally, that's like...
Is that when he grabs her boob?
Later.
Oh.
Later,
yeah,
he grabs her boob again, and then he, like, kisses her. And, like, I don't actually understand why you did that. I have no fucking reasoning or logical understanding why you fucking did that.
I don't either.
That is the stupidest motherfucking thing.
Is that after he finds out she has kids?
I think so.
I think so.
But it's just like, I don't fucking understand it. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, any reasonable, logical goddamn sense to just create more shit at work.
I don't remember exactly. No, I think it was, to be honest, I don't quite remember. I wish I did. Sorry, I moved away. I was trying to take my jacket off. Anyway, yeah, I know. The reason I really like Jackie...
There's some things about this fucking show. There's a lot of things that actually bother me already about the show, but I'll leave that till later. But like, let's go on to more things. Zoe, the intern, the training one?
Not the intern. She is a nurse in training. She goes to school.
I surprisingly actually liked her. I really did.
She is the one I cannot stand.
I actually liked her because I was like, oh, okay. The fact that she's like sunshine, rainbows, whatever, but like...
Yeah, like all of her outfits are like...
Yeah.
Pediatric.
Yeah, but she holds like the weight of guilt like a normal person would.
Oh yeah, she holds, which you can, when you watch the show and you see everybody else is like, that's just the way it is. And then you see Zoe, who's brand new to this type of world. She goes to a community college, I believe.
Yeah.
And she takes all of the weight home and all the weight back at work. Everything she does, she feels has a consequence.
I think what makes me like her a lot actually is the fact that I get it. You don't like fucking overly peppy people. That's just you. Maybe everybody else in the world doesn't. But whenever they try and write that overly peppy person, they make them the side character joke.
Yep.
They make them fucking completely unbearable. They make them essentially the person everyone ignores because they're extremely peppy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. Everyone actually gives her real world advice.
Oh yeah.
They really do. They interact with her like she's an actual person. That she actually is a narrative of her own. That she has a view of the world.
Yeah. Which is I mean I do like Zoe at points. I do. There is one character I can't stand, and I know exactly which one I'm talking about.
Okay, well,
and I do like Zoe because that's kind of how I felt when I got into it. That's the reason I'm not in it anymore, and why I don't pursue it as a career anymore, was because...
You met too many Zoes?
No, I was a Zoe.
You faggot.
Where I was just... you try and do everything possible for these people. You do. You really do. Because that's your job. That is your job. And then you kind of step into the world of where Jackie's at, where sometimes you don't have that choice.
Yeah.
You don't always have that choice. And sometimes you've got to break the rules to make things work.
I mean, I think that's any kind of service job, too. I mean, not relating it to fucking food service just to demean the actual purpose of being a nurse, but like sometimes you do have to break rules to make customers.
Well, right,
happy.
but it's completely on a different. Like, if
it's
up,
a different scale. Yes.
If you fuck up, you're fucked. You are fucked.
I'm relating it because I have no fucking reference in that medical world.
But I do see what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, I get it. It's just like there are some things, sure, whatever. Next character, Coop. So, Mr. Dickbag.
I can't stand.
He's the most like confused puppy love, dickbag douche doctor, and that's established that he's a douche doctor from the very first get-go.
Well,
that a patient dying in his care literally means nothing to him?
Yeah.
I'm like...
He's a doctor. He's going to get paid regardless if you live and or die.
Like, to me, that I was just like sitting there, I'm like, I get it. He's a dick doctor. I don't doubt that there are people like him in the medical field. I don't give a shit. But, like, the thing is like, I don't... he's like this piece of shit that exists. Like, in essence, when it started furthering his furthering his character and kind of like, going to more of what he does. He hangs out with the pharmacist dude, and then like he talks to Jackie more. Like, more of him is revealed. I'm like, oh, okay, he has more to him. He's like, he operates on his 2 lesbian moms or whatever, and there's always that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Is there? I mean, it's like, yeah, these are more things to a character, but like he still doesn't change. He's not likable again.
And I'm
in
season 3, and he's still the same.
Like, he's still a fucking Dr. Dickbag. He's still this stagnant piece of shit, suck up boy, lost puppy love, fucking piece of shit.
He's an asshole, and he wants everybody to love him because he is better, basically.
No.
I don't know if did they do the campaign for the hospital in season 1? I don't remember.
No.
No? Okay.
No, it literally ended with
O'Hara and her mom.
Yeah. Since you already mentioned it, fucking let's go with O'Hara. I fucking adore her, darling.
I love her.
She's
the
fucking
best.
wondrous.
She's fucking the best.
Like sitting here masturbating over the fucking mic for her because she's fucking wondrous.
Oh my god, I love her.
This
She's
vain,
my favorite.
pompous, fucking lovable character. And like the thing is I love characters like her. I love exact characters like her. She's vain. She's like, yeah, no, she's fucking cool as shit about it. Like, she's like, that's how to be rich and not be a fucking Dr. Dickbag to everybody.
She's fucking awesome. I love her. Love her.
I like the shit out of it. She's fucking cool. She's like almost emotionless to everything else. But the only part I don't like about her is that she's a person who thrives on drama.
She's not, though.
She's always a receptacle for like Jackie's problems, like a therapist, and then she's like, it almost seems like she's seeking for it, that she wants to hear about.
Well, no, because the reason that I say this is because those two are the only 2 that are like
Zoe.
She's the only one.
She has dinner with Zoe.
Well, that's because don't they get into an argument? I think they get into an argument.
No, she's like, look, I don't want to hear about this dumb shit. Like, she's trying to suck up to her and trying to say like, oh, I think that you doctors are really doing a good job. Oh, it's and then she's just like, look, darling, I didn't fucking invite you out here to get my dick sucked. Tell me something. And then she starts saying drama about her family. She's like, oh, do tell me more. She's like, that's the part where I was just like, see, can you not fucking do that? I don't really. This drama succubus.
I don't think so, because the main reason why I say this is because even though she does go to Jackie for everything, you know what I mean? Like, Jackie always runs to her. It's because she's the only one that knows everything in her life. O'Hara's the only one that knows about Bob. She's the only one that knows about her husband and her kids. She's the only one that knows her life completely. There's nobody else she can run to. So I could see why that goes there. I don't remember exactly what happened with Zoe and O'Hara, because I know there's a reason why. I don't remember why.
They didn't really go in with it in any detail.
There's a reason why she does it, but...
There's some good stuff.
No, she couldn't do lunch, because she always goes to the same lunch place. Always. O'Hara always does.
Yeah.
And
then so she brought Zoe along.
Yeah, because Jackie couldn't.
Yeah.
Because Jackie's dealing with something else.
And all Zoe was trying to do was suck up. And then O'Hara's like, can you fucking not?
Yeah.
And then she's like... Well, my uncle just got a person. Oh, do tell.
But I don't think it's because she's looking for drama. I think it's because she doesn't deal with bland. Like, Jackie is not a bland person. That's why I think O'Hara draws close to Jackie. And I think that's something that she's like, I don't want to listen to your boring life. Tell me something exciting. Like, her life is always exciting. She always gets what she wants. She always buys expensive clothes. She always does everything that she wants. And she's like, well, if you're not going to give me anything interesting, what's the point of me hanging out with you? You know what I mean?
Okay,
I think that's where it comes
that's
from.
fair. I don't...
Because otherwise I don't think I would like her very much if she was... Because I would catch on to that.
It still doesn't make it any less true that she just thrives on
yeah,
it.
sure. Yeah, but I don't think it's just for drama's sake.
Yeah.
I think there's more of a pool there.
Yeah.
But I mean, she goes out and she will never wear the same thing twice. So like,
she throws away her clothes instead of washing them.
Yeah, she's like, get rid of these, will you? And she just hands them to Jackie, and Jackie just walks up to a homeless person, puts it in her cart, and just
go bye.
Yep. I was like, I fucking love her so much. O'Hara is the best character. And I'm still not sick of her.
Oh, that's honestly how I like those kind of characters. They don't show up well enough because it's hard to make them likable.
Oh.
It can be done well, but it's hard to.
I love her. Because everything she says is
Momo.
so true.
Momo.
Is he the gay Puerto Rican one? Momo.
Just named short for Muhammad.
Yeah. Momo.
Puerto Rican?
Why not? Well, he reminds
Muslim?
me of Puerto Rican, yeah. He reminds me of Puerto Rican, though. I don't really think he's Muslim, though. Why? I mean, I think that his character is. I don't think the actor is.
I don't actually know.
But
it's kind of like this,
I forgot because he's not in any more seasons after this season, so.
Oh, dumb.
So. Momo.
He's kind of fun.
He's Momo.
He's kind of right. He's like, Jackie, why don't you tell me about these things? I'm just like, can you, not?
Yeah, he tried. I think the reason he's not in anymore is because he kind of was stepping in the same territory as what O'Hara already does. And I think that's why he's not in any more seasons.
He's just like clueless O'Hara, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
He's
has
okay.
No idea.
His interactions with Zoe are fucking genuine and sincere, and I love them.
Oh, yeah. And that's another reason why I think Momo's not in the show anymore, is because after that, have you seen the paramedic guy yet?
The fuck, it ends with O'Hara there.
I know, but there's long-haired paramedic.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah.
That dude exists? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he becomes kind of that replacement for her. So, that's why.
And then there's Thor.
Thor, I love. I feel myself
I'm like,
most
is that your
Thor.
fucking role? I was just like, that's fucking Kalvin, isn't
Thor. Because I love it. The first time you meet Thor, this guy comes in and he's like, why am I sitting in here? Blah blah blah. He's addicted, of course.
He's a dickbag. He's a fucking dickbag.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, why aren't you helping me? Blah 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 blah.
Thor?
And she's like, do you need security to come in here? And he's like, whatever. Blah blah blah. She's like, Thor. And Thor just shows
this
up.
Fucking big meaty dude comes up.
He's like, doesn't say a word, and he's like, okay, I'm going back to the waiting room. Leaves, and then Thor just turns and he's like, you okay?
You okay?
Yeah, I love it.
It's like, oh god, that's.
So it's like, go Thor.
I like Zoe, and she was like really.
Thor.
I love that Zoe was like really trying to figure out. I was like, oh, he's gay.
Yeah, I know, she
I was
doesn't
just
even
like,
figure it out.
That's probably how I would have saw it. I would have been like, oh, he's gay. Right.
Yep.
It took me a while to figure out someone I was working with was gay once. And I was just like, honestly, because I don't immediately go, oh, you're stereotypically gay.
Wow, gay.
You're gay.
Yeah.
fucking prime example.
So who do you feel mostly like? Zoe?
You know, like O'Hara.
Oh, I love O'Hara.
Yeah.
No, I mean, which one do you feel like the most?
We forgot to talk about Eddie.
Oh, and Acolytus.
I don't like Eddie.
Eddie's,
I mean, he's bland, and he's...
Yeah, he becomes...
He's just like, she's sleeping with you for fucking meds. See that? You fucking idiot.
And then he becomes a wedge.
Because, like, Eddie's like, oh, she loves me, I love her. I'm just like, listen.
And then he gets replaced with Pillomatics, and then that last episode.
It's just like, oh, okay. I didn't really see the tension. I, like, sat there and I was like, I'm actually surprised he didn't blurt out anything. I would see that it's weird that he, like, kept so quiet about it and was like, no, I'll let her do her. You be you, Jackie. I was just like, okay, even when he goes into the fucking place drunk off his ass and he doesn't blurt it out. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, you can kind of tell he doesn't want to burn that bridge, but he wants to.
Yeah.
You know? Because he wants to see if there's still a chance.
I don't know.
See, like, okay, which brings me to this question, which is...
There's a lot of characters, a lot of spread around, but sure.
Where my major problem was, or question, is how do you feel about that? Because when I watch that, a lot of the times when they're like, oh, well, you're cheating. Okay, well, would you be extremely pissed off that somebody was cheating, like you were their side person? Or would you be like, that's their problem, not mine? Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of times people will be like, well, you were with them even though they were with somebody else.
I get that there's an emotional barrier that we can't possibly go and fathom and go into.
Yeah.
Because we, as human beings, aside from ever experiencing ourselves, would look at this logically and reasonably. Mm-hmm. Which anyone who's in that fucking situation would act out with emotion and irrationally.
Yeah.
So immediately what we have is almost moot, but sure. In any case, just realize you're being used. Like, I would honestly be like, wow, that fucking sucks. But you look like a fucking dickbag if you try and break them down.
Right.
Because you're no less any worse of a fucking demon if you try to do that.
Right.
Just let people know around, I guess, or not. Don't. Just don't fucking burn bridges. If, like, you see somebody, don't say it. Just be like, look, dude, don't.
Yeah.
Just like, why? Don't.
Just don't.
Just don't. Just be like, don't. She uses people. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. Like, subtle things. Don't fucking reveal her entire backstory. Just be like, yeah, she
right,
whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Don't.
Okay.
I don't know. It's fucking. It's weird. I don't.
So what about the last episode?
Oh, Acolytus?
Oh yeah, Acolytus, I guess, huh?
I thought she was literally a joke for a while, and I was like, cool. I'm honestly okay with the head boss being a joke.
Yeah.
Taking a backstage to everything else. I would love that. I would honestly love that. And then
like
she
got
a
baby.
And it was like, for a second with the baby, I was like, she's still with the baby. That's fucking hilarious. And then it became a serious issue, and I'm like, I don't actually want this to be a serious issue. You kind of ruined that enjoyment for me.
Yeah, I don't really... Like, Acolytus becomes better in later seasons. But this first season, she annoys the piss out of me.
It's
like, I don't want you
care for her.
Me either.
Her face is way too small for her head.
That's fun.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I heard the actress being like, your face is way too small for your head. It's like, you know, like those fucking pictures where like they show like someone's face and threw a shrink on top of their head?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It pretty much looks like Hellbenders. Like where they just have a little dot, you know, smiling face on a big ass fucking head.
Such a weirdo.
You know, oh my god, it fucking does. I'm like, your fucking face is way too small. I don't like her. I like the fact that I was like, okay, she can't remain a joke.
Yeah.
But with the fact that she has so much gravity about her and everything, like, I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, I don't really give a shit about
I can see why it would be nice for her to be a small joke, but I think that the way that it's written, you can't really, like, how do you have a workplace where the boss isn't prevalent?
Scrubs.
Well, I mean, yeah, but...
I'm not saying Scrubs is the most best written thing, but at least it was more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Fucking had a dickbag doctor. You had dickbag doctors that were ahead of you that were fucking enjoyable to watch in almost any sense.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
So, how do you feel about the ending? Like the last episode of season 1?
It felt empty, apathetic.
Yeah, it was...
I really didn't give a shit. Like, yeah, look at that point. Like, it wasn't that I didn't give a shit about the series, like, as soon as I watched it. Because I was like, alright, I get it. It's a fucking medical drama, but I'll give it a shot. So I did. I watched it. I was pleasantly enjoying myself. But, like, by the ending, it was like, I get that they were trying to go for some emotional impact, but I just really didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Well, like, you kind of feel how it crumbles around her, and you're not sure what Eddie's gonna do. Like,
I wasn't sure what Eddie was gonna do.
No, you have no clue, and then you're like, oh, okay. Nothing really happens, but nothing, like, you know he's still there, but nothing has happened. And season 2 elaborates the entire thing on Eddie and Kevin, which Kevin is the husband.
I didn't really give a shit. Like, to me, it didn't do anything for me. There wasn't much else. I was like...
It was really a connector to season 2. This entire first season was like hoping to get a season 2, and that's where everything...
Dude, if I was a fucking producer on that board, I'd be like, fuck this.
That's why you're not a producer. Anyway...
It's because it's not good. I would be like, no, that was the worst. Have a bit more gravity. His performance is great, just, I don't know, something about how it was written or how it was shot, I just didn't give a fuck. There was no gravity. It didn't seem as grave as it was. I was just like, oh. Well, obviously, since it's not her husband being there,
Yeah.
or taking note of the fact that her husband didn't leave, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Well,
there wasn't a phone call from the husband. There wasn't, like he obviously didn't tell.
Yeah.
So, if he didn't tell his husband, he wouldn't tell anybody at work. That's my reasoning. I was like, I don't care. At that point, I don't fucking give a shit. I don't know. The rest of the fucking season, it was like, well, yeah. I think it was a lot of the entire series that kind of gave me that assumption. And I'll explain why. I think this is kind of going into it. With the ending included, a lot of things just fucking happen. And I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna negatively impact her later on. No.
Yeah.
She spends, what was it, the second last episode fucking with the Pillowmatics, and she's like fucking with it.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh god.
Yeah, like there was no, it was like, oh, there's tension, but it's literally like a red herring of attention.
Yeah. Which I think kind of used to be like,
no, because
setting.
It's not even the fact that it's only that episode. It's literally there from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's no negative side effects for most of her actions.
Correct. Which you think, because
the only thing that comes back was the ear.
Yeah.
Which she blames on somebody else.
Yeah. Which was kind of, I was kind of gonna be pissed off because in season 2 something does happen, but that's besides the point. Where I was gonna be mad where if like all she does is break these rules and nothing bad ever happens.
Nothing, like there's no gravity to like a lot of.
I'm just gonna kind of like explain. No, I won't.
Why would you do that? Because you might recommend me the second season.
Right.
Out of my own volition, I probably wouldn't. But it's because it'd be just because you're going season by season rather than fucking this. But like it's just, I don't know. It's just like a lot of the gravity. Like one of the things that really got me, that really stuck that last fucking needle in, was
I guess we're talking about the criticisms, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. The last needle in was the fucking pupil episode. Where the temp came there and he was drugged out. I'm like, I don't doubt it. There are probably pieces of shit like that. I don't even have to ask. I know that happens. Pieces of shit come drugged into work. Hell, it fucking happens in waiter jobs. Why the fuck would anyone else take any other job seriously?
Right.
Fucking goddamn it. People like them fucking piss me off the most. Because rather than avoiding it, if I was actually in her Jackie's shoes, I just would have been like, no, immediately you're gone.
Yeah.
You get the fuck out from the very second.
Yeah.
And like, the thing that hit me real hard was just like, when she came up to him, like, at the end of the fucking show, episode,
yeah.
she was like, get out, I don't want to see you around. She's like, takes one to know one. She's like, what? And he walks away, and I'm like, is nothing gonna come of that? Is that not gonna fucking come around?
I'm not gonna say anything,
but in a season?
He's the one that basically replaces Momo. He comes back in season 2, first episode. As a rehabilitated, yeah. Which is literally like 5 seconds into the show, so I'm not really ruining anything. But he does come back.
I'm upset. I'm just upset.
Like, you'll see a lot of stuff that you're like, oh, it's going to come back in season 2, which it does. A lot of that stuff in season 1 was set up.
You should have a almost contained.
Yeah.
Almost. Because otherwise it gives it no gravity if you're fucking... You should take the season as if it's going to end at that very
right,
point.
that's how I felt, but
That's exactly how you should take the
But
season.
then again, I feel like it was something like... Somebody had a connection somewhere where they're like, well, we're going to get a season 2. Like, I had a feeling like they're like, we're going to get a season 2.
Just because you have loose ends doesn't mean it's going to get something fucking...
Well, I know, but that's what I mean, is I feel like somebody was there and they're like, well, you're going to get 2 seasons. Like, I don't know if it's a contract deal, I don't know if it was... But that's what I feel like it was. Because everything from season 1 kind of comes back in season 2. And, like, everything launched from there. So that's what makes me say that I think they got a contract for 2 seasons. Because they used this first season to set everything up, and then it all kind of fluctuates and roller coasters in season 2.
I'm just upset by that. I'm just like, I was just like, if there's no consequences for her actions, how the fuck am I supposed to care? Like, literally at the end, that's when it came to that last episode. By the time this had happened multiple fucking times, especially in that second to last episode, because of the Pillomatics. Mm-hmm. Because, like, oh, here's a way to hack it. Okay, there was no signification, like, no fucking notification that something had changed with the system.
Right.
Nothing. And she's just fucking with it in various ways, and it just...
doesn't do anything.
And it doesn't do anything. And I'm like, okay, that was like what? Assumed to be like a day or 2?
Yeah.
Who the fucking security came up and was like, yeah, we need to do some IT maintenance on this shit? Like, nobody. That is not really explained, so it just fucking happens.
Which, yet again, as I'm gonna say, gets explained in season 2.
See, that's not fair. That's not fair to itself. It's like
but
having a book and you just go...
watch season 1.
Okay.
Because that's how I felt. Was like, oh, well, why?
I don't feel curious.
Right.
I feel disappointed. That's how I feel.
Which I feel like it would suck if I had watched it from season 1. Because then I would have been like, well, fuck, I don't want to watch season 2. But since I got to be able to watch season 2 straight away, I was like, oh, okay, it gets better.
I don't... Okay.
So...
I don't know. I just...
O'Hara's and Jackie's attitude are really what kept me in the first couple seasons. Because, like, I love O'Hara. Everything she does in season 1, I love. Everything.
O'Hara's fucking great. Except that ending. That was weird. It was just
and
like, she just sits there and is like, Jackie?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I'm like, holy shit. Did you just change emotions on the flip of a coin?
Yeah, that one I didn't
I was just like, you...
And then, but Jackie's really the one that really keeps me interested, just because her attitude is how I feel about shit sometimes. Like, the way that I wish I handle some situations, and I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be like, I don't fucking care. Leave.
That's what made me upset about it. It was just like, it felt like too many disappointments that just because you have a contract for another season doesn't mean these are excusable.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. That's what I have. That's how I feel. That's why
I know you had immediate access to it. You knew about it. But, like, to experience this media, you'd have to experience it as a whole. Like, if I were to give you, let's say you hadn't watched Star Wars, and I give you the fucking 4th one. Okay, let's just fucking say that. And I say, does this get you hyped to the fact, now knowing that there's another movie? Just like, holy shit, there's another movie? Pacific Rim, you were enticed by it.
Yeah.
The second one. You watched it, you were like, oh, that was alright. But now knowing that there's another season, you're just like, another movie, you're like, oh, I know.
Right, which is how I felt about Nurse Jackie.
For me, I was just like, I don't care. It annoyed me to a point that I'm so frustrated with it. Because I'm just like, this doesn't do anything. Squirrel Nurse outburst doesn't do anything. The child's depressed. Sure, whatever. Like, I'm not I'm not heartless, I just don't give a shit.
Well, I'm telling you, you have to watch the second season.
That doesn't make shit, that's not excusable.
Well, I never said it was excusable. I'm saying you have to watch the second season.
I know, but like...
be like, oh, okay. Like, I just feel like they weren't given enough time. Like, if it was an hour long per episode and they had this many...
Or just not have as much shit going on.
Right.
Just don't do that.
So...
Don't have the, like, 7 people's fucking stories trying to interweave in this fucking half-hour, 12-episode fucking run. Like, you can't do it.
But then again,
Just
I also
admit
feel
that
at the
you
same time, I was like, I feel like it's somebody who had no idea what they were doing, because season 3 thus far is doing it for me, so...
Yeah, well, fuck it.
So, verdict, I guess.
Well, achievement, then fucking going into that.
Okay,
achievement. Fucking whatever. Jesus Christ, you're trying to blow through this real fast.
Well, I forgot I was supposed to do something, so I'm like...
God damn it.
But I have to do laundry, and it's a long thing.
I don't know, I had... There's kind of like some nice things, like I kind of enjoyed some characters' interactions with other ones. I guess chalking up to not liking was Eddie and fucking Coop hanging out, because it just seemed so fucking out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you want to hang out? I was like, do you have no friends? Is that a development for you? Is that you have no friends?
He basically has no friends.
Well, I can see why. Let him have no friends. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit about him. But, like, fucking...
I don't want to, like...
Yeah, I'm just okay. I don't...
Nothing like opening these cops
I guess I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated to a point that I'm just like, oh, it's hard to make up its achievements, because that, like, O'Hara was really nice. It's doing a lot for me. I was like, okay, I like these, some of these characters. I like some of the interactions that happen. I like that. Okay, was it the psychologist in the school episode was an actor? If I remember correctly. I can't remember. I know him from somewhere. He's an actor that, like, I've seen around. He's like small time relatively, but I know him in other fucking movies and shit like that.
Yeah.
The guy who's the movie critic was fucking great, because I've seen him in some other things, and he's actually fucking what's his name in Arrow, or not Arrow, The Flash, and he's gonna be in Legends of Tomorrow. He's the dude who's like a fused of 2 people. I really can't remember that fucking DC hero. God damn it. I can't remember him.
Teenage Warhead?
DC faggot.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know. I just, I think it's whatever. I don't know. I like Momo. I like Momo and Thor. I was just like, wow, that's kind of cool. I like some of the jokes they made, because Momo and Jackie were fucking smoking outside, and then the fucking Acolytus is like coming up, just like, you can't smoke out here, and just like,
You are a health professional.
the fucking like
Head of cardiology is right over there. And she just leaves.
just like,
No, pulmonary. It was pulmonary.
yeah, pulmonary, yeah, just like,
It's love.
yeah. Which, it's kind of great to point out that fucking irony, but, you know, it's...
I love it.
It's great to point out that irony. And in that case, I think it would be great as a more comedic show, rather than being more fucking serious.
Yeah.
But it seems, like, confused in that tone and everything, because, like, when they do
It
make
wants
jokes,
to be funny, but then again, it's, like, serious, and
I feel like you should just go with a fucking snarky Scrubs if you're gonna fucking do this shit. Scrubs had its tense moments, but just fucking do it. I'm not going to say Scrubs is the best, but it's about the only reference I can make, because House is great, just not always fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because everything is like a crime drama with House, so that's just formulaic and slight changes to characters as you progress. I'm like, I'm okay with that. No, I don't know. To me, it seemed like I do like some of the interactions. Some of the dialogue was really genuine, and I think it was really neat. Otherwise, I don't feel like a lot of it. Like, I'll say again, the pilot was about the worst example of the show, because it wasn't fun. because it just seemed so formulaic and fucking just... It didn't seem genuine, natural, or anything. It just seemed like, but I have a secret. Hi, hon. I'm just like, can you, like, fucking not? But the rest of the show seemed way better. The rest of the season, besides the pilot, was so much better.
Yeah.
I like who they got for fucking Nurse Jackie. She's fucking great. Her performance is absolutely wonderful.
She's won 4 Grammys. Or 4 Emmys. 4 Emmys.
4 Grammys for singing.
4 Emmys for this show.
And I'm just like, this is fucking pretty great. I like this. I like what's going on. But, like, there's too many complaints for me that holds it back. And for that, like, I don't know, I like a lot of the interactions. I like the critic. I like that there's some gravity to Zoe, that she's not just some happy, peppy person. They're literally upset that she's not a happy person in like in a whole entire episode. She's like, stop being fucking upset and sad.
Yep.
Stop that. I'm just like, okay, cool. Sure. They got the kids' problem in there with like the depression, so I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. That's not...
She's not depressed.
I don't remember what the fuck it was.
She's, not OCD either, but she's worried about everything.
Hypochondriac? Oh, no, I don't know. Paranoid. Paranoia.
Yeah, she's got like a paranoia. Like, she doesn't like bugs, she doesn't like O2, she doesn't like fires.
Which immediately reminded me of, what's his name from Page Master. But whatever. I don't know, like, it seemed like they were, like, really trying to incorporate a lot, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, the thing that she'd had that kind of fucking argument with the school nurse. And I was like, yeah, I think that was fucking great. I think it was fucking great. Just, like, I'm not saying that they're any less a healthcare professional, but they're definitely... There's a clear dividing line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was pretty cool. I genuinely enjoyed my time with that. Some of the cases that she handled were fucking pissing me off. I didn't like the nurse that came in. The old nurse that was dying of cancer.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like her. I just didn't.
I was going to say Gladys, but...
Just because you're old, cranky, and an asshole doesn't make you...
Well, no, she's dying of cancer. She used to work there.
Yeah.
Same time as Jackie. The only person she was being an asshole to was Acolytus.
She was kind of like almost rude and intrusive to a lot of things. Like the dude who was right next to him, who actually it was the second coming for like the cat guy.
Oh yeah. Well, no, she wasn't an asshole. She was just rude. Like, that tends to happen. Like, she wasn't like...
It came off as a little bit rude, but I get it. I get what they're trying to do.
You know,
I really like her.
She's basically the exact same thing as what Jackie would be, except she's not working because she has cancer.
So she's forward, like, vile about it.
Yeah, but she doesn't care.
No, I get it. It's like, I don't know, it's stuff like that I was just like, oh, okay. It's kind of neat that they would try and put in these connections, but it feels like they're shoving too much in the fucking bag of season 1. If you would have just taken out some things, waited some time, and covered all your bases right now in one season, I would have loved you a lot more.
Yeah, I guess.
Just because you say, oh, we'll wait till you watch season 2, it doesn't make it any better. But it's just like, if you would have waited on it. I really like Zoe. Just the fact that she has so many interactions and she's kind of like... She's not the fucking, like...
Defining line?
She's not the reference character for the audience. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I kind of like that. But she's kind of that.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think it's honestly okay. First season, I think I'd give it a fucking 5. Somewhere around a 5 to a 6 out of 10. I don't think it's the best. I can see what they're going for, but you really, really complicated things by trying to shove so much goddamn shit into this. I'm not saying it's awful. It's not fucking. It's not executed very well.
Right.
I don't fucking give a shit. Like, oh Jesus. Yeah, that's fucking it.
So I guess what should we do next?
Wonder if Johnny's watched either of those.
What?
I wonder if Johnny's watched either of those.
Up.
I just wonder.
Up.
Whatever.
By the way, fuck yeah, which, just from saying that alone, did you know Shoes is almost 10 years old?
The fuck are you talking about?
Shoes. Kelly, Shoes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 10 years old. Sorry, it was part of a song and that reminded me of that. Anyway, so, what do you want me to do next?
Wait, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Actually, I actually like to hear your introduction first, because I have mine.
I was thinking, because of all of those things, that I should make you watch season 2.
Is that what you really want? Is that your fucking final decision?
I think so, because then you can kind of see everything kind of come together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is that it? Alright, cool.
Yes.
Oh, brother, where art thou? That's what I want from you.
Oh god, I don't even know what that is.
I believe it's Coen Brothers movie.
Oh, great.
And I do genuinely enjoy a lot of Coen Brothers movies. So
Wait, what is it about?
It's got George Clooney. I really don't want to give it away.
Well, I think I've seen it. Oh yeah, that's the one where he's looking for his brother, isn't he? Of course, that's why it's called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? What is it?
This fucking period piece set, was it 1940s,
Okay.
I think?
So that's mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can get it to you. It's not that big of a deal or problem or anything. So,
Right.
yeah. No, I don't know, like, fucking... I don't know. That's pretty much what I'm going to give to you. I don't know. But, we can see if we can make up for lost time and, get that done pretty quick.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, I guess, signing out, here's two assholes.
Well,
Talk about
yourself.
Talking about me. Oh, yeah. I have two assholes, yeah, that's what I do. Okay, bye, Kalvin. Bye, Kalvin.
Bye.
Bye, me. Bye, everybody.
Johnny, say bye.
Johnny, say bye.
Hasta luego.
Okay, bye.
Wait, what do we have to wait on?